Hello missed clarinets, and thank you very much for joining me for this clarinet tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at Waltz, which is the ensemble arrangement, and it is a grade 1 level difficulty. We're going to be learning the clarinet 2 part. Please make sure that you've used the physical warm-up video on YouTube to get ready with me. And remember that you can pause or rewind at any point during this video if you need to revisit anything. So remember that to pause, you press K on the keyboard or press the pause button. And to rewind, you click on the playback bar, which is the red line, and drag where you would like to play from. So in front of us, we've got the clarinet 2 music, and we've got all of the notes at the top that we're going to be playing. So let's get started with the highest note, which is an A, and I want a 3-beat note after me. Here I go. Great, turn that A to a G sharp by taking our finger off the first key and moving it to the side key. Me then you, 3 beats. Finger off for a G natural. First finger down for an F sharp, 3 tars. Good. Now we also have got a note in this piece which is called an E sharp, and an E sharp and an F natural have got the same fingering. So me then you, an E sharp, 3 tars. Now I want a 2 ta on an E. Add your middle finger to turn the E into a D. Turn the D into a C sharp by adding your ring finger and your pinky. Good, take your pinky off for a C natural, and I want this rhythm. Ta, te, ti. Sound like this. That same rhythm on a B, so add our middle finger. Swap your middle finger for your first finger for an A sharp. And add our middle finger down for an A natural, and I want 6 T's. Very, very good, guys. Well done. Let's get started on the piece now. So at the very beginning, we've got a couple of new symbols that we need to look out for. So the first thing, we've got our G clef, which is telling us that G is on the second line. The next thing is the key signature. So we've got 2 sharps in this key signature, so we know it must be an F sharp and a C sharp. That means that whenever we've got an F or a C in this piece, we need to play the sharp version. So they're all going to be feces or ceases. The next thing is to figure out the name of the key signature. You find the last sharp listed, which is a C sharp, and you go up you go up a semitone, which is a half step. So that's going to tell us we are in the key of D major. Final thing is that we are our time signature, and usually we have a 4/4, which means that there are 4 crotchet beats in a bar. But today we're doing a piece in 3/4, means there are 3 crotchet beats in a bar, and it's going to sound a bit like a waltz. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this piece is called Waltz. Right, let's get cracking with this first line. I want us to figure out all of the Kadai sounds for the first line. You've got 5 seconds. Check with the blue box at the bottom of the screen if you need any help. Okay, let's say the Kadai sounds after 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ta, ta. 2, ta, 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 ta. 3. Very good. Next thing, let's say the notes. So one thing to look out for is you've got an A sharp. So instead of saying A sharp, we're going to have to say ace. We've got a C sharp here, so we're going to need to say cease. Here we go, after 3. 1, 2, 3. B, ace, B, cease, B, ace, cease, B, ace. It's quite a tongue twister. You might need to pause the video to practice that. Next thing, let's now say and mime them. So we've got quite a tricky transition between a B, A sharp, and then back to B. And then also we've got B to C sharp. So quite a lot of difficult movements for those 3 fingers. So let's try saying and miming it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. B, ace, B, cease, B, ace, cease, B, ace. Great, let's try playing it. If you need to pause the video to practice that, then please do. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Great, and you'll notice that I slurred the whole of that line. If you're not quite ready to slur it, that's absolutely fine. If you are able to do all the articulations that are written, then please do. Just to remind you that slur just means don't tongue the notes. This is it, not slurred. This is it slurred. So just making sure that it's really, really nice and smooth. Imagine that it's like you're stroking a little kitten or something. Okay, next line. Please can you say the Kadai signs for the whole of the second line? Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ta, ta. 3. Ta, te, ti. 3. Great. Let's now try saying the notes. So watch out for this cease in the second note. Yeah. And watch out for this feast. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. D, cease, D, E, E, feast, E, D. Very good. Let's try saying and miming it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. D, C, D, E, E, feast, E, D. Great, let's try playing it. If you are able to do the articulations and the dynamics, the crescendo and the diminuendo, then please do. Here we go, whole bar in. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Next step, let's have a look at the next line, which is line B. Just take 3 seconds to figure out those, so take 5 seconds to figure out those notes. Here we go, ready? Kadai, whole bar in. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ta, ti, 3. Ta, ta, ti, 3. Great. Let's now try saying the notes. Now the second note that we have in this line is this E sharp. So we're going to have to say east, so it's going to go feast, east, feast, cease, like that. Here we go, whole bar in. It's a bit of a tongue twister, but I think you've got it. 1, 2, 3. Feast, E, feast, C, D, cease, D, A. Very good. Let's try saying and miming it. So we've got feast, east, feast. That's quite a hard transition to do, but I think you've got it. Here we go, whole bar in. 1, 2, 3. Feast, east, feast, cease, D, cease, D, A. Great, let's try playing it. Here we go, whole bar in. 1, 2, 3. Very, very good. Now on to an easier bar. So let's have a look at the fourth line. So this is where it says C in a box. Let's say the Kadai sounds. Whole bar in. 1, 2, 3. 2, ta, 2, ta, 2, ta, 3. Very good. Let's now say the notes. So our first one is a D sharp. So you need to say D's. And remember we've got that E sharp, which is an East. Here we go, whole bar in. 1, 2, 3. D's, D, E, East, feast, feast, feast. Great. I'm sure you didn't get caught out by that F sharp, because remember the key signature has got an F sharp in it, so that's why it's not got a sharp in front of it. Right, next thing, let's say a mime. So just let me remind you of how you play D. It's 1 thumb, 1 and 2, and then the side key here. Here we go, whole bar in. 1, 2, 3. D, D, E, East, feast, feast, feast. Really good. Let's try playing it. Pause if you need to. Whole bar in. 1, 2, 3. Very, very good. Now have a look at the last 2 lines and see if we have seen those lines before. Exactly, they are identical to the first 2 lines, so we don't need to practice them, which is great news for us. Let's now play the whole piece. Now remember that because this is a piece of ensemble, it means that we're not the most important the whole time. We are only the most important when we have the melody, and we can tell that we've got the melody because our dynamic is the loudest at that point. So can you find which lines you've got the melody in? Exactly, it is line A and line B and then line E. So whenever you haven't got a louder dynamic, just make sure that you're playing nice and quietly so that the melody can come through. Okay, here we go. From the very beginning, roll your shoulders back. Good luck. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Very well done, guys. Excellent job. If you need to pause the video at any time and rewind any of this, then please do. I think we're now ready to put it together as a clarinet quartet. So I'm going to play, I need you to play the clarinet 2 part, and I'm going to play the clarinet 1, 3, and the teacher part. 1, 2, 3.